Last time on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater. After an apology funeral pyre for the recently slaughtered Vodunoi tribesmen, the group discussed where to head next, and directed their magical walking hut down the coast, and parked it at the Barksdale dock to explore the town, and decided to gamble on the local horse races. We met Finn the Halfling, currently inhabited and controlled by the body-bound Kekatar Bahamut, as he tried to sneak into the Darling Mansion disguised as a young, adoring fan. But after being turned away, coerced the door guard to sneak him into the mansion later that evening, where he managed to steal a few of Darling's knickknacks before the guard snuck him back out and escorted him back to Darling Metropolis, where Bahamut managed to steal the monk's employee badge before they parted ways. And now, Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater continues. And you are now at the front gate where they're asking you to turn over all your weapons to be in the city, prevent violence here in the city, especially after local acts of terrorism. They ask that all people entering the city turn over their weapons to be held here at the guard tower, which whenever you leave the city, they'll be returned to you. They give you sort of like a coat check ticket for it. You turn over all of your weapons, so they're in storage now. When you leave the city, you get them back. But you're in the south part of the city, you're kind of right by an inn. You're right by that merchandise shop earlier where you had bought this outfit that you're still wearing.
The Jim Darling outfit?
The Jim Darling outfit. You still have people wearing very similar clothes, wearing the Jim Darling merch, different Jim Darling shirts from different tours. So there's definitely a city full of fans of Jim Darling. So besides the musicians that live here, there's a lot of people that just love Jim Darling and come here to see Jim Darling perform, which he or she does once a week. You're also right by a very small import shop where they sell things that are, shipped into the island by a lot of the travelers that come here bring in stuff, So it's kind of the area where you're at.
Does anybody know which way to the Maelstrom?
Knowledge local.
Knowledge local.
A whopping 7.
You mean like the dance club? You want to? That's north, right by the Bardic College. Isn't it called the Maelstrom now? They change the name every so often. That sounds the dance club, right? You're talking about the dance club.
Perhaps. I can't believe it's that close.
Yeah, just a few blocks that way, just go past the bank, the barracks, right past the college. You can't miss it.
Alright, so you go there. Yeah.
Alright, you go to the dance hall. It's late at night, like a.m., like 2, 3 a.m., but this seems to be one of those cities that operates better at night. It's actually busier here at night than during the day. So almost everything's still open, even though it's the middle of the night. It's 2 or 3 a.m. But even this dance club is still going.
So shops and stuff are still open?
Yeah, everything's still open. Now that you're in the north part of the city, you're actually closer to a lot more of the shops, besides that one import shop was in the south. Also, as a rogue, you might be able to roll a knowledge local and be able to get into the underbelly.
17.
Oh, 17, sorry. Well then yes, instead of no. With the 17, you are able to know what Finn knows about the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. If you were looking around for those shops or in the northern part of the city.
Are you saying that's where the underbelly is?
That is where the underbelly is, yes. The butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. They have the connections to the underbelly.
Instead of this nightclub, let's go there.
Alright, you go to the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. Each 3 all next door to each other, each 3 having access to the criminal underground, which has taken over a portion of these sewers which used to belong to the rat gangs here. They have access from the inside of their shops to this hidden sewer area. A small room, not very large, where a lot of the criminal element gets down, where they do their gambling, where they do their trading of illegal goods. We're going to try and fence some goods. It's definitely the place to fence it here in this town.
Yeah, let's offload those. Let's offload the snake and the clock, I guess. And maybe see if anybody has knowledge about what I would have been dealing in that mansion.
For those 2 items, you'll get 500 and 300, so 800 total, if you just want to take the first offer that you get. But yeah, you're here, you can offload that stuff for that much money. You can purchase some things here if you want on the down low. You said you wanted to ask around about what you might be stealing at the Jim Darling Mansion?
Alright, I'm going to do diplomacy and it's 16.
Alright, so you're not going to get a whole lot of information, but you're going to get a lot of people to say these things came from Jim Darling's house. So now you sold those things before telling anyone that, and now the price of them has gone up like exponentially. The guy that bought them from you is now selling them for a much higher price because they came from Jim Darling's house and they have provenance.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, but apparently, anything associated with Jim Darling is worth a lot of money, and he's got a lot of magical artifacts and gifts from people from around the world. And there's any number of items that may be there that people may want. There's even the legend that there's some item that made Jim Darling such a great singer, made him so popular, her so popular. There's a lot of people that have been after that for years. There's always, legends of thieves trying to break in and steal that item, but no one's ever come back successful with anything like that, or any stories even really, just the rumors of it existing. But not an amulet. It's something that was, rumors say it's something larger than that, something that Jim Darling doesn't carry around, something that's in the house.
Oh, larger? Then how did Finn think he was going to get that in and out of there?
You gotta talk to Finn about that.
the fuck, Ben?
Ben's got plans, I guess.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we won't. Ben's a mystery.
I don't want to go to sleep yet because I don't want to turn into anything.
Go to the Maelstrom.
The club? Alright, let's check it out.
You go check it out. It is called the Maelstrom, but it's spelled M-A-L-E, and storm. It's Maelstrom is what it actually is. You walk into the Maelstrom, which is this, it's a room full of dancing guys in similar outfits to you, all wearing very short shorts and halter tops.
That sounds excellent.
Dancing at the Maelstrom, all their bodies writhing together in a huge mass, like a pile of snakes, pretty much. There's like foam being released into the crowd, lots of flashing lights and fast. There's like remixes of Jim Darling songs.
I've never.
I need you to roll a will save.
Oh, no.
To not love it.
Yeah, I need you to roll a will save to not love the music.
Never heard any kind of music before, so this is probably really exciting. It's 14.
Oh, you were enchanted by the music. You were entranced. You love it. You can't.
Oh, no.
You also move to the music. You can't help it. You stay up all night dancing to the music until you are exhausted. I need you to roll a fortitude save to not fall asleep at the end of the night after dancing in the club.
Oh God. Alright. Not Bahamut's first time, but it's sad.
Should say Constitution, I guess, but
23.
all right. You're still awake, but you know, like, oh, I'm exhausted. I should get out of here. I know what happens when I fall asleep.
I guess let's find somewhere to sleep. I have a lot of gold. I can.
Yeah, there is an inn nearby. If you wanted to rent an
I'm
inn.
still like dragging this.
Yeah, I mean, you're barely able to carry it. Like I said, you are definitely like dragging a bag down the street. Definitely a target for thieves if they hadn't taken everyone's weapons away in this town.
Let's go to an inn and
You can go to the cheap inn for 10 gold, or you can go to the really nice high-rise inn for 100 gold.
See what you can get for $300. What you can get for 300 gold.
This guy's never been to the Prime Material Plane before. What do you want?
You also have not really good armor and stuff, though, so you know that that's something you need to improve.
let's do the cheap inn and we can go to the underbelly in the morning if I'm capable of doing that.
Yeah, and you can rent the room for more than one night and even store some goods in your room. Although they do not guarantee the safety of anything you leave in the room when it's not watched. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Just like a lot of hotels. All right, you stay for 10 gold to the
And
cheap inn.
yeah.
If you drag your gold in, you throw them 10 gold. You sleep the night. You can roll. If you sleep 8 hours, you can roll a D8 plus Constitution modifier and get that many HP back for sleeping. That's our sleep rule.
A 2.
So you get 2 hit points back. You're just very exhausted from dancing. You danced really hard. You never danced like that before. You didn't fully recover. You didn't get a full night's sleep. You probably only got 2 hours of sleep, to be honest. 'Cause now the sun's out and it's beating in your window. You're awake.
I'm normal?
Let's find out. I rolled a 97, so actually you are normal. I rolled above 80, so yeah, you wake up as Finn. Everything's fine.
Awesome. Okay, so let's check out and go back to the underworld and see what I can get for gold again.
So you go back down to the criminal underbelly, try to blow some gold on some stuff. Something you get for 300 gold. You can get a pound of dreadweed for 300 gold.
What does that do?
If smoked in a pipe, it creates a false aura of negative. It creates a false aura that's negative. That's the only thing they have. They're willing to unload for 300 gold in this underbelly thieves market currently. Everything else seems to be a little bit pricier, other than really cheap stuff like earplugs, or really basic stuff like just daggers and stuff. They do have a bottle of messages for 300 if you want that. Roll me a diplomacy to get the spiel.
Okay.
Be like, if I'm going to buy it, you got to tell me something about it.
15.
All right, so this is a bottle that you can speak into, up to 25 words, and whatever you say into the bottle, you cork it, and those words get trapped inside. And whenever the cork is removed or the bottle is smashed, the message is released exactly as if you'd spoken it at that moment. Once the bottle releases the message, it shatters. Whether you break it or take the cork out, it shatters. But
Just one for 300?
One for 300. It's a one-use item.
And those are the only 2 things I can buy.
In this
Well, you have more money than 300.
Oh, they do have an elixir of tumbling, which I believe gives you a bonus to acrobatics. You can afford that. That's only 250.
Alright, let's just do that.
It's a limited market here, you know. Market usually deals a lot in like musical instruments.
And I have all my gold on my person now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For 50 gold, you can buy some really cool sunglasses. They don't do anything, but all the cool kids in town are wearing them. Someone got a whole crate of them that fell off a truck, allegedly.
You should go back and steal more things from doing that.
I'm not interested in the materialism of mortal.
Get more money.
You might also be able to afford an assisting glove. That's 180 gold. Or an entertainer's kit. That's only 1 gold. Or juggler's balls.
Entertainer's kit?
Yep, that's only 1 gold.
I'm all
1 gold? Yeah.
You're interested in that? That's
Yeah.
fine. Then it at least gives you an extra costume if anything else. You know what I mean? They have,
In the beginning,
they have juggler's balls for
about it.
25 gold. They have a bell for 10 gold.
Yeah, since there doesn't seem to be really anything else worthwhile around here, since there's no like stealth cloak or how much is like a starting stealth cloak?
A lot of people here don't seem to be selling them because they want to keep them for themselves. They do have a cowardly crouching cloak here. It's probably the closest thing to anything like that. That's 1,800. They don't have a regular stealthy cloak here or anything. Not the best place to find thieves stuff. They have a very small thieves market here. I mean, you wouldn't have much to compare it to as Southmud, but
Because everybody else is enchanted.
yeah, they're more to the
By
music
Jim
here.
Darling.
The biggest crime
Alright.
here is music pirating.
There doesn't seem to be anything here except Jim Darling's house, which I can't really figure out right now. Probably gonna be worth my while to come back in a couple levels if I
Yeah.
make it that far.
Right, but you know there's a dock here if you want to leave, or a road out of town, 2 directions.
I don't think it'll make any difference, but can I like pray to Narasemanek or the Maelstrom real quick?
Yeah.
To see if I get a pointer?
Which one do you pray to?
I pray to both, but let's just do Narasemanek because I'm pretty sure he's responsible for all this.
Alright, roll me a diplomacy.
19.
He's going to give you advice, but it's going to be the roll of a dice. I'm going to give you random advice. It's going to be
sounds about
dice
right.
advice. It says head south, back to the mansion. There's what you seek.
How much did you say the coward's cloak was again?
1,800. Now, if you needed to get up some money, you could pick pockets here in town until you raise enough money to buy something. You know, you are a rogue.
Can I roll knowledge local and see if Jim Darling is having any events at their house?
Yeah,
Maybe that would require an entertainer for hire.
yeah, you can try that. Roll me knowledge local, see if that's going on.
22.
Alright, so when you ask around, it seems that only Jim Darling's most devout followers are allowed into his house. And at that level, a lot of it seems more cult-like to a lot of people. Even the people that are like fans that have traveled all the way here to see him perform are like, I wouldn't go that far. So that seems to be a lot of the people that are in his house are those types of people. He doesn't seem to do many private events at his home. He or she is pretty reclusive in that regard, but does perform once a week here in town. Does often host event at one of the local leaders' mansions, or will attend events at some of the local dance clubs. Often makes appearances places in town for special events. It's usually here in the city, not at his or her home.
And you said that the thing that Jim Darling has, they leave at home, right?
Yeah, that was the impression you got from the one rumor you heard about I mean, you heard lots of stuff. You heard that he's got lots of magical items in the house, and you know, he's a rich guy, he's rich and famous, he has lots of cool stuff. But the one rumor that probably piqued your interest was the one about the item. It's a legend. Some people don't even believe it's true. But one of the things you heard, there's an item that is responsible for giving Jim Darling his fame.
Okay, and that's obviously what Narasemanek wants.
What do you think?
Part
yeah,
of the whole thing.
part of the whole thing. Yeah. If you're gonna get your crown, that's where you need to start. If you're gonna get your crown, this is the place to start, apparently.
I have Jim Darling, his guard's monk pass.
Mm-hmm.
So could I work on finding a disguise for this monk?
Yeah, you can work on. Actually, in the underbelly, you might be able to buy a disguise that would match that monk's disguise. Let me roll a percentage chance to see if that's possible. Not great. You can find a similar robe that's a little different, and you'd have to shave your head. Your perfect golden locks.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's not your hair.
I've never had hair before, so it's like, whatever.
It's all the same to you. But yeah, so you need to get a haircut, and you could probably, this robe is like, you're not the same, I mean, he's a normal sized human and you're a halfling, so it's gonna be tough to pull off to anyone that would know him. But you can get a similar outfit and shave your head, and from a distance you
I
might.
can get stilts or anything?
Ooh, there's a good idea. You can probably purchase stilts in the underbelly for, let's say, two
Or is
gold
there
per
any way to find
per
this
stilt.
monk?
I mean, you kind of saw what direction he headed in whenever he came back into town.
Can I just be like, hey, you know this monk guy?
Like asking who? Are you gonna show the badge, or just like ask?
I don't know, like, yeah, like, guy, like, he lost this. Like,
Yeah.
Anybody know where he lives? And then,
Roll me diplomacy.
say,
Maybe
like-
ask at the bar or something. He's probably gonna get less trouble. You probably know as a rogue that's a good place to go for information and not get in any trouble for doing so.
oh, I rolled a 1.
All right, he's gonna take the ID and say, "Obviously, kid, she's like, this isn't you, kid. Get out of here. You're trying to drink underage." And he takes the ID, kicks you out for trying to drink underage. Yeah, well, it's not what the bartender interpreted. You rolled a 1, so now you've lost the ID and got kicked out of the bar for being underage because you look like a little kid.
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, definitely is. That happens a lot.
You'll find
That happens a lot in
many,
this world. Yeah.
many reasons.
many racists in this world. You guys didn't fix
Did
it
I get
yet.
a chance to see what the bartender looks like?
Yeah, he was a human, but he seems to have gotten a lot of like snake augmentation, like he had his tongue forked.
Yeah, and I was a bartender all night with his customers, right?
He probably has had a couple. Let's say he's had 3 or so shots at this point in the night.
Alright, but by the end of the shift, it was probably incorrect.
Oh, probably. Let's say by the end of the shift, he would have had at least 3 more.
Okay. I'm going to wait for him until the shift is done.
All right, where are you waiting? Like just outside the bar, hiding behind something, or?
Yeah, because I'm getting my fucking ID back.
All right, so roll me a stealth check to hide outside the bar, not drawing attention to yourself and the local guards. I got a 15 perception, so
I got a 15 stealth.
that's just enough that they'll think they saw something, but not be sure. So you're hiding just out of sight for the rest of the evening. You see him bringing out the end of the evening's like trash to the kind of area where you're hiding in the alley.
Dumbly drunk. He's had 6 drinks.
He's had 6 shots, or 6 drinks, and he's carrying out 2 very large bags of waste out to like a big crate kind of where you are.
And I have no weapons, correct?
Correct.
Would he have it on him?
But I mean, if he has it on, it might be in his pocket. You wouldn't be able to see it, so you'd have no way of knowing really. Other than just trying to sleight of hand and check, but...
I have to blow him.
You know, that's what it's looking like. Would he recognize me? He's kind of drunk.
I mean, he hasn't seen you yet. Your stealth was higher than his perception, so he does not see you so far.
Would there be any way for me to, like, dispose of him?
I mean, you tell me. How would you go about doing this unarmed in an alleyway, 2 foot tall? How do you go about disposing of this bartender, other than just put him in the trash can? Okay, that's a good idea. You want to try and trip him? That's a CMB roll.
No, I have a negative CMB.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea then.
I can't believe I lost this ID.
Well, it only takes 1 natural 1 to fuck up everything.
I've been the unluckiest halfling.
Well, you're not really a halfling, so...
Is there any way we can pop back over to the other games that I can think about?
Yeah, we can do that. Alright, the hut parked outside of Barksdale. You guys are thinking about gambling in some horse races.
We even need some cash money. And I just like gambling in general.
Alright, so it's 100 gold per bet per horse.
How many horses are there?
Looks like 12 horses. You guys are at the at the horse track. One of the announcers for the horse races is a retired racehorse, actually. They can talk. He's wearing a collar of the troop companion and can talk, so he calls the races, like Mr. Ed. So there are 12 horses.
What's the payout if we win?
See, here's what happens. You pay the 100 GP per horse. I roll 1d12 3 times. Those 3 horses are scratched, and anyone that bet on those must play a multiplier fee. If your bet is one of the first 3 numbers I roll, you actually owe me money.
That's bullshit.
Then I roll 1d12 again to determine which horse moves, and 1d12 again to determine how far. I repeat until 3 horses reach 12. First 3 horses to reach the number 12 gets 3 times the bet. Second place gets 2 times the bet. Third place gets 1 times the bet if you win. All others besides scratch, lose bet, win nothing. So you just lose your money. But if you're in the scratch, you lose even more money.
So how much do you have to pay if you're one of the scratch?
Depends which scratch you are. If you're the times 3 scratch, then you lose 300 gold. The times 2 scratch, you lose 200 gold. If you're the time...
100?
No, that's 100 is part of that. You owe 200 more if you're 300. If you owe 300, so you end up owing the house money. Or they come after you, see? But if you win, you get 3 times your bet.
So you have a strong chance of losing.
Oh yeah, it's horse races.
Losing money, and then just a
little bit of chance of losing a lot of money.
Still had like 450 from the Medusa thing. That put me at 420.
Froderick plays bet.
How much bet does Froderick place on which horse?
Froderick bet trifecta.
Alright, so 300?
Yeah.
On which horse? You can give it a name and then tell me a number.
Steel Beauty, Running Chicken, and Flip Flop.
And which numbers are those? Between 1 and 12?
Those are 3, 4, and 11.
I'll place a bet. Why not?
So 3 is Flip Flop, 4 is which one?
Steel Beauty,
And then the last one is
11's Running Chicken.
running. Alright, I got 100 on that one. That one. Froderick. Viva, you're placing a bet?
Yeah.
Where are you putting your money at?
I guess I'll make up another horse. Hot pot of coffee.
Hot pot of coffee, what number?
7.
You got 100 bucks on hot pot of coffee. Anybody else placing a bet?
Yep. Kit and Juwan are both gonna place one. How about number 8 is Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, number 8. Does that Juwan or Kit?
That's Juwan, and then Kit is number 11. Is already somebody?
That's running chicken, yeah.
Oh, 12. Bank robber.
That's Kit.
Yeah.
Here we go. The race begins. Horse number 9. Potato salad scratches. So if you have potato salad, you lose 300 gold. Horse number 7. Hot pot of coffee. Hot pot of coffee. That's 200 gold. So if you bet 100, you owe me 200 gold. Hot pot of coffee.
Yep, I got you.
And then my third scratch. Number 1. Now we see which horse moves forward. Horse 11. Running chicken. Moves ahead 7 paces. Next, number 10. Pretty Princess moves up 2 lengths. Number 4, Still Booty, moves up 4 paces. Still Beauty, 4 paces. Oh, moves up 10 paces. Still Beauty takes the win!
Oh.
Hey,
Still
I bet
Booty.
for the 5 pieces, so I still got 2 horses in the
That
running.
could be second and third, correct. Then we have number 4. Then he's already won. Just keeps going. Number 6, Candy Apple, moves ahead 4 paces. Number 8, Usain Bolt,
Yeah.
moves ahead 6 paces.
Alright.
Candy Apple moves ahead 3 paces. Pretty Princess, 10 paces for second place. Candy Apple moves 2 paces. Number 2, Sigmund Freud, moves 2 paces. Still Beauty comes back around the track a second time. Usain Bolt moves ahead 11 paces, only 1 pace away from the finish line. Oh wait, he already had 6.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt for third place.
Alright.
But you guys participated in the horse race. You know, you had a good time. The drinks were provided while you were here, so you guys drank for free. You met a lot of the locals. Really nice, rowdy guys that gambled with you and cheered on their horses the whole race. Everyone had a good time. Some of them lost money with you. Some of them made money with you. You guys participated in the community. Hung out with the local boys.
Do we notice anything suspicious? Like, I don't know, it's like somebody hiding something. I just don't trust this to be like just a normal place. Like, there's got to be something fishy or something off.
I mean, you can do sense motive.
So 19 and 20.
Those are both great sense motives. I mean, these people just seem like nice guys who were enjoying a horse race. Nothing fishy going on here. I mean, there are a lot of talking horses around, which seems kind of weird. They seem pretty serious about their horse breeding, but
That's awesome, you know?
yeah, but other than that, they just seem like nice guys that own a lot of land and horses and like to hunt, and they haven't treated you guys poorly in any way, really, since you've been here. You guys have been welcome to kind of wander about for the most part. As long as you're not trespassing anywhere or invading anyone's private space, you've been treated pretty well. You got free drinks at this horse racetrack, even though you didn't win any money. You guys got to hang out, you know, you had a good time.
I want some money.
You won some money.
Am I able to like go talk to them?
You can go talk. You can go to the stable. You want to visit the stable?
Yeah, can I go visit?
Yeah, I'll go
these
talk
people?
to Steel Beauty. That sounds like good. Good
It's
idea.
called the Jade Luna Stable, where all the horses are housed. So you can go meet these horses and talk to them after the race.
Yeah, can I flip my horse in the face for losing?
You know what? You can, but it'll probably be frowned upon. Probably get arrested for that. But you can do whatever you want, man. It's a game. When was the first time? When was the first time you punched a horse in the face? It's like a thing you do. So you guys go past the Talking Horse Theater and visit the J Luna Stable, where they seem to house all the horses that are trained for racing here, but they also seem to be training horses for nearby cranagers. They seem to be training war horses. They seem to be training horses for farming and work, for transport, for entertainment. Yeah, they have all kinds of related gear and mount materials if you were someone that owned a horse. But they seem to have this stable for all kinds of horses, not just the horses participating in races, but for all needs, all kinds of horses, all kinds of horse equipment. Very well stocked.
Well, do I see my horse?
Roll a perception check.
17 plus 8.
Oh, it's like a 25, so yeah. You do see Usain Bolt, and he is signing autographs with he's got like a pen in his mouth, and he's like signing autographs after the race.
Can I go and congratulate him and say that he won me some money and say thank you? But like, can I say it in Sylvan though?
Yeah, you can say it in
Is
Sylvan.
he
You can.
speaking in common?
He's speaking in common, but you can sing it. So you can say it in Sylvan. You can like neigh to him. If you
Yeah,
like.
can I give that a shot?
Yeah, go for it.
Does he speak Sylvan?
Of course he does. He's a horse.
Okay.
He kind of scoffs at your humanoid accent. He's like, you're obviously not a horse, but nice try.
Of course I'm not a horse. But I'm a druid though, am I?
He's like, well, I'm glad you won some money. It's all in a day's work for me, I guess.
Yes. Can I immediately start inquiring about his well-being? Is he like happy and having a good time here?
I mean, I run, they feed me, I run, they feed me. I have a place to live, I have food to eat.
I guess that's good.
I don't know any different. I am horse.
But yeah, I guess there's nothing weird happening here besides talking horses and anything that's going on down here. Horses are talking to people.
Yeah, that and they sell glue.
Ah,
I don't like that they sell glue. I mean, obviously.
They're just using all parts of the animal.
What do they do with the rest of the animal?
Probably sell it as dog food.
Wow.
Make violin strings out of the horsehair. I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was like cactus.
I'm just saying they make bows out of it. I mean, not strings. I don't know. Make shampoo out of it.
I guess I'm okay then in this place.
Alright, Jawan's okay with this place.
Yeah, we can dip out.
Broderick wants to box of glue.
Okay, this is the regular animal glue they sell is 2 gold per jar. There's 10 uses in a jar. Takes 1 minute to set.
They got anything better than that?
They have sovereign glue for 4,800 gold.
Nope, don't want that.
But that is
Well, what
impossible. That's like impossible to remove without special magical solvent. Like it's like once you put these two things together, they will never come apart. It's the ultimate prank glue. But the regular animal glue works pretty well. They can pull it apart with a strength check, but it holds most items together. They've got glue paper like for catching flies and shit like that. If you're ever in a swarm, they have things like that.
Broderick doesn't have the brains to figure out much else to do, guys. You guys gotta do something else.
That in this town. Nothing left for me here.
Yeah, you know, other than the horse races, not a lot going on in this town. After all the places you guys been in the world.
Keep on boogieing downstairs and go to that next town.
Like, this place is nice, but we don't want Morgan and Harlock to wake up here and think this is where we took them for their honeymoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Some sort of gambling town.
What are we doing?
If the drinks are provided, I bet Morgan would love to.
Yes, you probably would. As long as you're gambling, you gotta put money down. So you're basically paying $100 for free drinks for an hour or whatever. But
So are we gonna move on to a different place, or does somebody want to gamble again? If we either gamble again or move on to the other place, because there's not like anything crazy or exciting really happening here.
Yeah, agreed.
so you guys head south again. So you need to crack another egg. Roll me the whatchamacallit. Roll me the use magic device.
I got a 31.
That's enough.
Excellent.
So she must have leveled up recently.
Excellent.
So she's able to direct the thing to move south towards the next city. Do you want to direct it to stop once you get there?
Yeah, I'll roll another one. I need a little help. Just kidding, natural 20.
Alright, so you're good. How many eggs is that? 4 eggs we've used now?
Yeah, today.
I thought it was 3 because we came down.
And then stopped, and then came
then
down again and
went
stopped.
again.
That's 4.
Oh, that's right. You have
So you've used 4 of your 11 eggs.
to... Dang.
So you have, what's that, 7 left?
Yeah.
But you guys are now stopped outside of the next city, parked as it were. You guys can park on land this time if you want. Once you kind of went around the protected wildlife area. So if you don't want to park in the water, you don't have to. But if you want to park by the dock in the shallows, you can. That's up to you guys.
I don't know. I mean, I'm wary of this city because of their symbol on the map, but
I like the dock. It's a quick getaway if we kind of have to. So
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you're walking into this town. Looks like a party town.
Oh, good.
But you guys have arrived during the daytime. Looks like a party's like just ended. Like the streets are littered with empty ale bottles and various trash. Looks like a party was just had, but it's daytime now. Everything's kind of like boarded up and shut down. Very quiet right now.
after Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Yeah. All the buildings have no windows, or the windows are boarded up, but it seems just very, very quiet now. Like you guys just missed a big party.
I guess that makes it a really quiet time to like walk around the city and see what kind of stuff is here.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we
Find
can do that.
Roll a perception check, see if anything's open.
Yeah, roll it.
I got 26.
Most of the places you guys are coming by seem to be closed during the day. Like even the homes, like there's not seem to be anyone outside. It seems very quiet. You guys are near the pier, but you'll pass by a large mansion that seems pretty boarded up. It's called the Man Cave. Some tenements and other homes, an inn, some shops that even they seem to be closed during the day. Several taverns, but they're all closed right now. Some sort of bank. An arena. You guys do hear some noise from inside the arena.
Okay.
There's a dance hall and a guild hall for party planners.
Want to check out the arena?
You guys go into the arena and are immediately offered drugs and alcohol of any variety you could choose in this game, pretty much. It's dark inside the arena. Some sort of magical darkness. If any of you guys have detect magic, it will. Anything you would notice that. It's definitely way darker than it was outside. Lots of gambling going on. But yeah, unless you have dark vision, you can't really see the fight.
Does low light vision help, or?
I mean, it'll help, but you won't be able to see anything really.
I think both of us are dark.
Froderick might have dark vision. Hang on. Yeah, he's got dark vision of 60 feet. Well, Froderick's the only one who can see it, so he can grunt and try to tell them what's going on.
You guys want to do a linguistics check on Frederick's grunts?
Well, how
No,
well do you feel to
comment.
see?
Huh?
Like, I have dark vision.
If you have dark vision, you can see then.
Well, describe it to me.
Yeah, I mean they'll see a fight going on in this complete darkness. Just people like brawling in the dark in a small arena.
I get
People like throwing money down for it.
Goggles of true sight probably don't help in this situation.
No,
right?
they help you see things they truly are, but they don't help you see in the dark. And then people gambling on other things too, like they're playing a game called Bloodsucker. Seems to be like, you know, the only place that's busy right now and it's completely dark. So you're seeing everything in black and white. You do have dark vision.
Playing D&D right now.
I mean, are they playing any like dice games that we recognize? Some that we've like seen?
No, it's mostly just fighting in that Bloodsucker game, or all that you see. I don't think any of you guys are familiar with Bloodsucker.
Well, can I watch the Bloodsucker game then and see like what is it, like a dice game?
Yeah, it's a dice game. So, well, sort of. In our world, it's a dice game. In their world, there is a blood reservoir. So there's a blood reservoir that the dealer is slowly draining with a randomizer, basically. So it's the roll of a dice. And the blood, if it reaches 0, and you bet that it took him that many times to get it to reach 0, then you win. So you're trying to bet like how many rolls I have to make it reach 0. So there's a counter that's 20 high. I'm going to roll a d20, and whenever I hit 0, I have to hit 0 exactly. If you can guess the number of rolls it takes me to do that, you win. 20 on first roll, you just win double the amount automatically. So if you roll 1 any time besides removing the final 1 point in the blood reservoir, the reservoir instead regains 1d8 squares.
Yeah, that sucks.
You can roll it to 20 times. You have to roll, actually. The others roll. You roll. So you bet 100, and if it takes 4 rolls to get to 0, you get 25 gold and your bet back. It takes 10 rolls. So actually, you just as long as you do it in under 20 times, you're fine. It takes 10 rolls, you get plus 10 back. So you get the number of gold back for how many. The more rolls, less gold you get back, basically.
I can't feel it.
I think it's made it clear that he can't. I can't see what's going on.
So can I tell him like what's happening in here?
Yeah, you can describe the action to him.
The thing is, it's not safe for him to stay here if he can't see anything. He can get like pocketed really easy. Can't see anything.
All right, everyone that's down here, roll me a perception check.
Cast light.
God damn it, Liz.
Where am I fucking talking?
21 on perception.
So I got like
Got a non-natural 20.
19.8.
Yeah, you guys have definitely been singled out as outsiders. And people are definitely like moving in very close to you. It makes you very suspicious, especially right after you say something like that.
I was whispering things to him.
Yeah, but as people are like really close to you, you think they might have heard you. They've now moved that close to you guys.
Alright, can I like put my hand on Viva's chest and like start pushing him backwards and let's leave?
Yeah, you can push him out and leave.
Yeah.
You guys leave the
Am
arena.
I able to grab for a
As you open the door, the crowd kind of like backs away from the opening, and you guys leave. You kind of hiss until you shut the door.
Okay. Alright then. We don't like light. That's, I mean, kind of an easy way to defend ourselves at least.
Yeah, very true.
You notice the only other place that's open this time of day is the tattoo shop, which also seems dark inside.
Is there like anything special about the tattoos, or they're just...
It seems to be a normal tattoo shop, except it's also, like I said, dark inside, so the guy does the tattoos in the dark. They cost 1 to 20 gold, they can be anything you want, any part of your body.
If it's not a magic tattoo, then...
What's the point?
Yeah, why do it?
I mean, it seems like we have to wait until nighttime before there's anything to do in the city. Actually. But when we were walking around, we were like, there's nothing open except these 2 things. What other stuff was there but just wasn't open?
There's mansion, that man cave place, tenements, inns, shops, homes, piers, smiths. There seem to be some caverns nearby the city, some taverns, a bank, that arena, some sort of dance hall, and some sort of guild hall for party planners. Like I said, all the...
Guild hall for party planners?
Yeah, it says party planners guild hall is what it says on the sign. Some statues.
Roger will say, Cersei likes to party.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that Cersei will like this place. I think that, but like, it looks like the party is not going to be a thing until it is nighttime again, so we have like a whole day in this place.
Roger says, Cersei like nighttime.
Yeah,
So why don't we just go back to the hut, chill for a while, and then wait for nightfall, and then go back into town?
Yeah, I mean, we can do that.
You know, get your spells up, meditate.
Yeah, you guys go back to the big dancing hut and rest.
I guess we can just tell Cersei that this entire place seems to do nothing until it's nighttime.
So you're telling me it's like a giant party where people are out in the streets having a good time.
Yes.
What do you think?
That is what's happening here. So, I think you're going to do very well.
It's gonna be fun.
Yep.
I'm going outside of game here. I'm thinking like Mardi Gras, like I said earlier, Mardi Gras status. So like, what if we were to make some sort of weird contraption, like a costume / float kind of thing, and party down in there? I guess we could just walk the hut down there, but there's a strong chance that we start dancing and fuck everything.
Yeah, it does dance a lot, so it might do some damage.
Could we maybe leave all of our valuable things in the hut? I'm a bit paranoid about getting robbed while we're here, so and probably leave them inside.
Alright, so you leave them behind the unlocked screen door in the hut.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do let people sleeping in there.
But the hut would just let like any
I
person
picked up a
who's
fun
walking.
spell
The
called,
hut doesn't know you guys from
Hold
Adam.
Door,
Like, the
so
hut's just a
I
hut.
can just lock
It doesn't care.
I can lock the front door. I've got a spell called Hold Door, or it's called Hold Portal, and then I gotta look that up. It basically just hold the door magically shut.
That works. 1 minute per level, though,
That's not that great.
so for not for very long. It would hold the door closed. Probably not long enough for what you're trying to do.
No, I guess I'll just have to stay here. I don't know. This would be a good place for the honeymoon, maybe a party town.
Yeah, I mean,
So we can just wait until
wait
everyone
until everyone else
wakes
has
up.
joined you guys. Alright, so RK on the Ever-Chosen in his troll body, with his 2 compatriots also inhabiting troll bodies, wandering the deserts of Kelnar, searching for the Fat Boys. Infamous
You
gang.
can tell he's punishing me.
Infamous human gang, known to rob stagecoaches in this area. An area he was recently protecting a stagecoach in.
Fresh and fatso.
Well, we just walked out of town, and is there like a caravan
Here, hold
nearby?
on.
Let's roll a percentage chance and see. Yeah,
Roll shit.
it's definitely a caravan nearby. Several caravans are leaving the city right now to deliver several different parcels in several different directions.
Security.
You see 10 different caravans leaving the city.
Are any of them going? Do I know if any of them are going towards the place where that the Fat Boys are located?
I mean, the Fat Boys are just in the desert usually. They ride around. There's no like, they don't know where these guys' hideout is. They don't know what city they originated in. Probably somewhere on the East Coast, but they're not sure which city. But they do all their attacking like in the middle of the desert when you're the most out in the open, the farthest away from help. So,
Okay, I gotcha. So we're gonna join a caravan.
roll me a diplomacy check to offer your services.
17.
So you look like a big troll though, and with you and your 2 friends, I mean that's 3 trolls on their caravan. That's pretty imposing. So they'll offer to bring you guys on for protection if you want to get paid to protect this caravan.
Yeah, I'll totally protect this caravan. As it kind of.
They'll pay you guys 200 gold total to protect this caravan on its trip to. It's going to a town called Kafusar.
Hey man, what's up with this 200 gold? You know that's the exact price for one person to get back into the city.
He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. We're it's a tight budget. I don't make a lot of money doing these deliveries. You guys are trolls. Do you want this 200 gold or not? I know trolls that'll take less than 200 gold.
That's
I've never
crazy.
seen a troll be so picky before.
Trolls that are probably now getting arrested because Town Guard just cracked down.
Oh yeah, they did probably just get arrested.
Yeah. So there's a work shortage and you workers right here.
All right, roll me a diplomacy check.
Pretty good argument though. Just
Yeah,
saying.
I'll allow it.
Ding. It's a 3.
Yeah. Says, well, sorry guys, I got 200 gold to spare. I mean, if one of you wants to come for 200 gold, I'll take one of you for 200. But 200 is what I got.
All right. You know what? Fine. It's fine. As long as we can regarding our specific.
He's like, well, as long as my merchandise gets where it needs to go unharmed. Says, this is my driver, Steve. He'll be driving, and you guys will be guarding. He'll be riding on a cart in the back.
I'm gonna check off in Sulu. They're gonna be a celestial, but it's gonna be really weird at first. But he's quite wrong, yes? Shut up, Chekhov. You don't know shit. We're doing this. We're gonna throw a tarp over ourselves.
All right, so you guys lay down in the cart and throw a tarp over yourself. We'll assume a tarp is provided. You guys are hiding with the cargo, basically. There's some crates in the back of this cart being pulled by some camels. You guys are in the back with the merchandise, and you pull the tarp over yourself and the merchandise.
We're a big blocky looking thing, so it kind of works out.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You guys head off into the desert. See if you
Right.
get attacked by the Fat Boys. The weather's pretty bad on your first day out into the desert, heading towards Kafusar. Bad sandstorms, but you guys are on the tarp, so you're not as bothered by it. But you hear Steve cursing about it up front.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah, next day the sandstorms lighten up a little bit. He's not cursing quite as much, but he's definitely still enjoying it out there, and you guys are just like giggling it up under your blanket or whatever.
We're playing a troll. I'm writing more troll poetry.
I rolled a 90, so before you guys are able to reach Kafusar, actually you guys can see Kafusar in the different distance if you were not underneath the tarp. Steve can see it, but it's at this point in time that you are attacked by the Fat Boys. You hear them say, "Hands up, it's the Fat Boys." And they start rapping and shooting their guns. So roll for initiative with the Fat Boys.
So I haven't come out of the thing.
I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 6. So anyone that rolls higher than that can do stuff before they can do anything.
Alright, that's a 20 unnatural, that's a 21 unnatural, and that's a 18.
Now roll a perception check to peep out from underneath the tarp.
9 plus 8 is 17.
You look out from underneath the tarp. You do see all 3 members of the Fat Boys, all riding what look like very large herd animal of some sort. Not quite cattle, almost like insect-like cattle that they're on top of. One of them is carrying a pistol. The other 2 are carrying longer guns like rifles or muskets.
How close are they? Imagine they want to be close to hold up somebody.
About 40 feet away.
I'm gonna go out and attack my sword. 7, so yeah, no.
That's a miss. That's the other 2 guys get to go. I have to roll for them. Oh, natural 20. And then a 23. Sulu and Chekhov hit. You want to say something before they hit him?
You got some exploding to do.
Alright, there, let's do their damage.
Right.
If you want to roll their damage, you can.
Fist, rock. Yes.
You can roll me a d8 plus what their strength base is, plus 3.
That's 5. That's a 8 for the second guy.
So that's a 12 versus one of your trolls' ACs, which is not, well, it's touch, so it's going to be high enough, actually.
Oh, that's right, it's guns. That's
Yep.
right.
And then a 19, so 2 of them are getting shot, and so are
Wait,
you.
doesn't-
So all 3 of you get hit. Decide who gets shot with. So who gets shot with a pistol? Let's say you get shot with a pistol, so you only take 4 damage. Then you can resist 5 of this. So your other 2 guys are going to take some damage, though. So that's going to be 14 for one of your. That'll be Sulu's going to take 14. Chekhov's going to take 10.
Full round action. I'm gonna attack him with spell combat and my awesome powers. That's 11,
Miss.
20, unnatural.
20's a hit.
That's 4.
4 damage. For your 2 guys, be a miss and a miss. For these 3 guys, it's going to be a 23 versus your AC. It'll be a 27 versus their AC, which is a hit. 26, so all 3 hits again. Once again, you'll be getting the pistol damage, so 7 this time for you, minus 5, of course. 6 and 10 respectively, which I'll subtract for you. And of course, they'll then regain 5 at their next turn, which is,
So spell round action again. So that's a 15.
15 is a miss.
That's a 14.
Versus touch, 14 works.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna roll.
I think. I'll double check. It works exactly, so I get a reflex save for half, but 16, so I'll take half.
6.
So I take 3. And your 2 trolls go with a miss and a natural 1, so one of them falls prone. Not great at controlling their new bodies yet, I guess. That's going to be a 29 hit to you, 23 hit to one of your guys, which is a hit, and only a 10, but oh, it's a miss versus touch AC, so 1 miss that time. So you will take 8, and troll friend will take 12. It's my gunslingers' turns again. They're going to continue firing their guns, because what else are they going to do at this point? I was
So
jumping up
that's
and around.
a 24.
That's a hit.
Plus 3, that's 13 and 6. So 13 plus 6.
So 19.
And I'm gonna roll for my spell, which is a 15.
That's a hit.
4.
4. And your 2 trolls. Miss. Miss. For my shots, that's going to be 15 versus your AC, 16 versus touch AC, of course. 16 versus their touch AC, which is a hit. And then a 21 versus touch, so all 3 hits, I believe. It'll be 3 damage to you, minus 5, so none. 12 and 5.
Man, guns are powerful. I got like 2 level 1 spells left. Yeah, 2 level 1 spells left. So natural 1, shit.
Alright, so you're going to fall prone. You're on your ass now. And then your 2 trolls get a chance. They actually get a hit this time. And a miss. So 1 hit, which is going to be that guy down 10. And my 3 gunslingers get a chance. That's a miss. Natural 20 though. And then a 20, not natural. So your first troll does not get shot at, but you get critted. 9 damage. And then,
Minus 5.
Yep.
You gain 5 back next round. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then your other guy is going to take 6.
Alright.
Check off.
It's not big
And then it's
deal.
back to you.
Russia. Alright, so that's a 17. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I gotta stand up again. That's a full round action.
So that'll be your move.
No,
It'll be your move.
right?
It'll be your move if you stand up. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. So that's just a 17 for my face.
Okay, if you stand up, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 25. It's only 4 damage though, and you resist 5 of it, so it doesn't even hurt you. He's just shooting in, piercing your flesh, and it's hurting the troll's body, but it's not hurting you. It's not hurting you, RK, on the skeleton inside. Like, this body that you're in is obviously getting torn up, but you, the skeleton ghost on the inside of this body, is not being affected at all. So right now, all these trolls are alive. You guys just took over their bodies. Like, they still exist. Their souls are still in there with you guys. You just have stronger wills than they do because they're dumb trolls. But if you get this guy killed and then stayed in the body, Raz might not smile upon it.
Probably not. Alright, so 17, which is a 10, right?
Oh, normally sees 18, so it's actually a miss.
Ah, dang. If I lose here, I'm
This
just gonna put this
weren't
episode.
having it's already.
Because I need to end them, no matter what.
So now it's your 2 trolls, it's a miss, and a natural 20. Boom!
Natural 20.
I'll do 18 damage to that dude. Gunslingers get a shot. It's gonna be 17 versus your troll, with a touch AC, which is a hit. Gonna be 22 versus your touch AC, which is a hit. And then only a 10 versus the third guy, so it's a miss on the third guy. 7 damage to Sulu, 7 damage to you, minus 5, so 2.
And then a +2 after that.
Yeah.
Next round.
Yeah.
Ow! That's an 18 this time.
18 is I get a reflex save. So I roll an 18 plus my reflex, which is pretty high, so I get take half. I got 26.
I'm gonna put the I swear. I can just use this.
Do not lose my dice.
I didn't lose it. It's somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I didn't see it. That's 12.
Oh, damn it.
Alright, cool. Then you're doing your next one versus touch.
Yeah, I don't know what. I should
That guy's out, unconscious, but you can only
Alright,
do it
so
versus
next
you can only
one.
do it with the same guy. So
And it's 10 reach, so I can hit the next guy because they're standing together.
I mean, for your spell strike, which you're doing right now, which is why you're getting the extra damage, you're doing it with one strike, so you can't do that on 2 different people.
Oh, I just remembered I'm out of spells anyway. So.
Sulu, that's gonna be a hit. Chekhov's a natural 1 though, so he's gonna fall prone. 20. That guy's almost out. But the 2 gunslingers left are gonna fire. It's gonna be a 22 versus Sulu, who's on the ground, so it's definitely gonna hit. And then a 16 versus Chekhov. He's the one that's prone. So these both are hits. Only 6 damage and then 12 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the guy who's attacking Sulu. Can I do that as a full round action?
He's close enough, yeah, it's not a problem.
Wait, no, I can't even anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Try to spells.
I'm out of spells.
Yeah.
So, that's a 18.
18, I get a reflex save. I rolled a natural 1, so I will take full damage.
You got a, 11.
And your trolls, it's a hit for your troll. Chekhov's going to stand up, broken attack opportunity, which is going to be a hit. And then he misses 2 shots on him. It's a miss and a hit. And natural 20 on Sulu though. So 18 damage on Sulu. And then 14 damage on Chekhov.
So I think. But it can also be me.
And it's back to you.
Alright, so cool. So I'm gonna just do D20s basically this whole for the rest.
Yeah, you're just hitting it with the sword at this point.
A 7, it's not a hit.
Miss your trolls. Miss. And then hit.
This guy misses. By the way, my computer.
Alright, that guy is unconscious. There's only one gunslinger left now firing. I rolled a natural 1, so he slips and falls when he tries to fire. Totally
Didn't he
misses.
shoot himself in the foot or something?
No, with guns they misfire, so he's got to clear it for it to work again. So he's got to clear his gun, use a grip point to clear it, or use a forward action to clear it. So he's prone, and he's the only guy left at this point.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll to hit him. This is a 23.
It's a hit.
12. And I
12
love the
damage.
bastard sword, right?
Troll misses and misses. He fires up 1 more shot. That's going to be an 18 versus your AC. And it's going to do 13 damage. He did stand up, so you get 2 attacks on him.
Yay! So I'm gonna attack him.
Just take your 13 damage minus 5.
Ah, I can't. I missed. I got it.
Alright, Troll's trying to hit him again. Miss and a hit. He's pretty close to dead. He's going to fire 1 last time, and he's going to miss. So you guys probably got him in this round, it looks like. He's pretty bloodied. Barely hold his gun up.
21.
It's a hit.
That's a 6.
Alright, so all 3 of the fat boys are unconscious. None of them are dead, but all 3 of them are unconscious. You, Sulu, and Chekhov get 3,200 experience points each.
That's a level up, my friend.
So I'm thinking about it, and I can either play the Lost Child card, or I could blow this guy.
So which avenue you're gonna? Right now you're hiding in the trash. He doesn't see you.
Brian's card.
You're about to pop out of the trash and propose one of these two ideas, I think. So.
I think he's gonna want to blow you and he's gonna want to make you.
Could I propose a blow after a failed blow?
Yeah, of course. You can always propose a blow. D&D rules are the same as rules of life. You can always propose a blow anytime.
That's why we call it a diplomacy check.
Yeah. A dick blow me. See, sex is always on the table. If Cersei's taught us anything in this game, is sex is always on the table.
Let's roll for the dad ID. Like, he's my dad, he's gonna be pissed. He's got...
Alright, roll me a bluff for he's my dad's me pissed. Can you give it back?
It's 21.
Oh yeah, that's high enough. He believes you, and he's like, "Alright, kid, but don't let me catch you trying to sneak in here again." And he goes back in the bar and comes back with the ID and kind of throws it towards you. It lands in the trash pile next to you.
I got my ID back.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna ask anybody else about this guy. I was wanting to like sneak to his house and like make sure he didn't show up for work the next day, you know?
Danny, are you evil?
No, I was just gonna give him some of my halfling herbal stuff. And it makes him sick for a day.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to, you know what kind of direction he walked off towards. He's a pretty unique looking guy. The ID doesn't have an address on it, so you can't locate him that way, but you might be able to find the part of town he's in and do some snooping, but I don't know if you could do it all in one day or anything, would be the thing.
I just don't want to walk up to that gate. Alright, so have I bought this stuff for them?
I don't know if you shaved your head yet or not, but I think you did buy some kind of like really cheap beige robe or whatever he was wearing. He was dressed very plainly. He wasn't carrying any weapons, so it's not hard to dress like a monk. Two gold tops probably. But you'd have to shave your head somehow. The haircut's probably the expensive part unless you do it yourself.
I have really nice hair. Can I sell it?
Yeah, you can sell it. You have to pay someone to cut it first before you sell it. 10 gold to get your hair shaved off, and you can probably sell it for an equal amount. So you can pretty much break even, and there'll be a wig of your hair that you can also purchase if you like, so you can put your hair back on. Available at a local wig shop.
What color is Darling?
Jim Darling's a Vishkanya, so he or she is a snake person. Purple skin with tiny green scales, so purple and green.
Let's sell his hair.
Alright, you sell the hair, you break even. You paid 10 gold for the haircut, you get 10 gold for your hair. The stilts will cost, I think I said 5 gold per stilt or something. 10 gold for 2 stilts, they make you 3 or 4 foot taller. I assume you like sew the fronts of the robe together so it looks like your hands are just doing this motion because your arms are too short doing it. This looks like your arms are just always connected.
Yeah. Can I just like clip it on my shirt so you don't see that I have baby arms in there?
Just roll up the sleeves, I guess, and just hope that no one notices your arms look short today.
It's really hot today, guys.
Your arms just ever get like shorter when it's hot out? It happens to me all the time. Go for it. That's the best way to do anything, really.
Let's do it.
Let's just go for it.
Dressed up as the monk guy.
Alright, where do you go?
How's the road to Jim Darling? Is there any cover where I can quickly change so I'm not
There's that, it's like lined with those trees. If you go out the south exit, but to go out the south exit you have to use your ID because it's the private entrance and exit for Jim Darling and his employees, so.
There's a public
There's a public entrance on the east side.
for his like rabid fans?
Yeah, that and the docks. Most of them come in via ship on the docks, but other than that, it's the east exits for citizens.
I don't know. Wait, this is really we're through all that trouble. Let's just do it.
Okay, so do you go ahead and dress up before you leave the city and use the south exit, or do you go out the east exit? Change.
Is it quicker? Is it quicker to go?
South is going to be quicker because that leads straight to Jim Darling's house. East exit, you're going to go out to the east and have to go south to get to the road.
Whatever's quickest, and then like.
Alright, so roll me a disguise check for your disguise.
Never mind, I don't want to do this.
Why, did you roll a natural 1 and then walk by a mirror and see how bad your disguise looked? Let's say this, how bad is it? How bad is your disguise?
Really bad. Like nobody's gonna believe it. Falling off of.
So we'll say, where did you change it to? Did you just change it to your disguise? Maybe in the inn or something?
No, we've already left it.
So where did you change it? It's in the alley, so I don't know how you would know it looks bad. So yeah, you're gonna guess that maybe your arms look too short, your disguise doesn't convince anybody, maybe you're not great on stilts, it's something. So before you leave the city, you decide that maybe your disguise isn't very convincing. I'll allow it. I'll allow you to realize that before you get yourself into trouble.
Okay, so the disguise isn't gonna work.
No, you can still use size. All you gotta do is change it minutely enough to
re-roll.
Allow you to do a re-roll.
That's correct. You just have to give me one other element that you can change to make it better.
Add a mustache.
Monks don't have mustache.
No.
Add sideburns.
Maybe he has like a scar on his face.
Roll a perception check to see if you see some sort of like minute detail you can pick up.
19.
You do see he has a mole on his chin. You don't know if that's what was ruining your disguise, but people probably weren't looking at you because you didn't have a mole. So you might need to fix the mole and the arms. Maybe those are the two things. If you can fix
It's
those
very
two
far
things.
forward, I think.
Make your arms a little longer somehow or appear longer and fake mole. You think you can nail the disguise.
Okay.
You can't like hand someone your ID with your mouth.
Hey!
Don't notice my arms, please. Just take it from
I don't do hand jobs, but I do wrist jobs.
Is there like a prosthetic shop somewhere? I don't know.
Yeah,
Really?
Of
course.
Crap.
they sell There's a prosthetic shop near the hospital here in town for aspiring artists that may have lost a limb.
Can I just go up and be like, help me, and like lift my arms up and they can see that I
Yeah, you can do that.
have my arms?
Oh my god!
It's gonna cost 800 gold for a pair of finely made prosthetic arms, but 600 for like mannequin arms, basically. They have ones for 100 that are basically like straw arms that are just there to like make you feel better, like stuffed arms made of cloth. It'll be fine. Maybe you can even get up there with the short arms, and even if your costume looks, decent, like roll it again with the mole and be like, well, let's see how this goes. Maybe it'll be like just better enough, and if you can bluff about your arms, get away with it. Like, I got in a fight with a wizard and he shrunk my arms, and then just lie about it and see what happens. You wanna roll no disguise check with a fake mole?
She's got the entertainer's kit with.
You do see, yeah, you can totally use the makeup from the entertainer's kit to like black dot yourself.
Okay.
Alright, now roll your disguise check again and see how much better it is. How much more confident you feel in your disguise.
18.
Yeah, you feel a lot better about the disguise. It's not perfect, it's not 20. It's a pretty good disguise. You feel like you could fool most people except for the arms. You feel like the arms are still kind of a dead giveaway. But if you could bluff your way out of it, maybe you'll be fine. You feel like Finn's probably pulled off crazier capers than this.
I wish I knew what he was thinking.
Do you choose to think about Finn now?
Can she do like a knowledge history and like?
Yeah, you can
look
access
back
your
and
Finn memory banks if you want. If
No,
Finn is
no.
still in there somewhere,
So it's actually a 17.
he's pulled off crazier stunts than this, just thinking back. And I think you might even catch a glimpse of what he's after. He's after an item of great power. He's done some research and believes Jim Darling has a piece of what is known as a great crystal. It is a source of great power, and he was looking to liberate it and use it for his own schemes.
We're not getting a picture of like what that great crystal looks like or what it's in.
It's not. A lot of the other great crystals are legendarily, at least like in the legends about them, are much larger. This one being a partial crystal is about the size of a man's head. Probably something he has on a shelf somewhere, or in a summoning room or casting room, where we can use it to its full potential.
Separate room.
Finn would think so. Finn would assume he's got a special place he puts it, not to mention all the vaults he has for the magical items. I mean, Finn thinks this place is a treasure hoard of magical items. He stands to. He was planning on robbing this place because he was going to make out
like
in
a
spades.
bandit.
Like a bandit, yes. And able to getting his hands on this item, which may give him more power from legends if it does exist. And if it doesn't exist, he also, even if this is just a legend and this crystal is not real, he knows that the other magical items within could be worth a lot of money or give him some sort of power also. Jim Darling's rich and famous. This is like a mark. This is the perfect place to rob. He knows what night Jim Darling has concerts. That's posted here in town. You can use that information to know what night Jim Darling won't be at home. I think Finn was planning a long con type of a game. You can check the schedule. Jim Darling is scheduled to perform 5 nights from now in the large stage here in the city. There's a Jim Darling review tonight, but he's not in it. It's just like performing his popular songs.
The bodyguards would be with him.
Correct. Yeah.
We've got
Most of his troop follows him. He has a lot of followers, fans that are kind of like slaves, but they tend to follow him almost everywhere he goes. He'll probably leave some at home, but it'd be much less than normal.
That monk was good enough to guard his house, so that must mean probably go with Jim Darling.
Possibly. Although he was an outside guard, he didn't seem to be dressed in the same fan club garb as everyone else was.
But he's more intent on job.
Yeah, so he went, like, whenever he took you inside, he went upstairs to get his pay. Whereas a lot of the other people that are working there seem to be doing it voluntarily. Like the ones hanging out outside that were kind of talking amongst themselves seem to be like volunteer workers. Like they were there because they want to be near Jim Darling. And this monk guy seems like he was hired protection.
That's why I'm saying that monk would probably be with Jim Darling, and so
Yeah.
therefore we wouldn't have a conflict of. So wait 5 days.
Yeah, you spam 5 days, which means you have to stay in the hotel 5 nights, which is 50 more gold if you stay in the cheap one. You want to do any karaoke while you're in town, or do any like performing on stage to make extra money? Something like that? Alright.
No.
You just kill 5
I
days.
have not felt it once.
Well, that means you're going to sleep 5 times. Sweet.
No. Oh, God. I forgot about this.
So the first night you rest in your room, you wake up as You wake up like a loot. Do you want to roll a will save to stop being a loot when you wake up the next day? Or do you just want to lay in bed as a loot and just be a loot for a while? Did you pay for your day's room in advance or not? Because if not, you might need to not be a loot.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Okay,
I did.
We'll say then you pay for 5 days. You knew that's how long it was going to take. So yeah, you could just stay a loot all day. No big deal. Alright, so for a day you become a loot and you lay in bed as a loot and experience life as a loot. At the end of the day, you rest again. Let's see if you stay a loot or if you change.
Without being played.
You wake up the next day, you're a mermaid in bed. So you need to roll a will save to not be a mermaid. They don't like you need to be wet your bottom, so you want to find some way to wet your bottom at least. Or like I said, you can roll a will save to turn back into Finn.
Let's try the will save just so I don't have to figure out crawling my way across my hotel room to the toilet.
You're facing the toilet for a day.
Nope, didn't pass. Guess I'm gonna be going to the bathroom now.
Alright, so you come into the bathroom and find the wash bin and just dump some water on yourself and stay moist all day. You fall asleep next to the wash bin. You wake up as a scorpion. You can be a scorpion all day if you want. You crawl around your room as a scorpion.
Okay.
Yeah, you got 20, unless you want to do a will save to not be a scorpion.
How fast can I move as a scorpion?
Only 5 foot per turn. So not very fast, but you are tiny. You can climb
Darling
walls.
expansion in time?
In 24 hours, I'll roll a percentage chance to see if that's possible. No, you don't think you might only get like halfway there before you think you don't know. But you think your time might run out because you don't move very fast. You're very tiny. You get through this whole city as a tiny bug. If you were closer in a scorpion, this would have totally worked out. But you're too far away. Your end's in the northern part of town.
Can I go halfway?
Yeah, all your gear is on your bed where you fell asleep. Your clothes no longer fit you. You had to crawl out from underneath your outfit.
Man, that would be a bummer every day.
But in how many days do I have left in that hotel?
2. You make it through the day as a scorpion. You have fun climbing the walls. That was neat. You wake up the next day as a cactus. Can't do much as a cactus except enjoy the day unless you want to do a will save to not be a cactus.
I still got one more day.
Yeah, if you sit there, you're like, why not? I'll be a cactus. Might as well experience this world for all it has to offer. That night, you do not change form, so you remain a cactus.
And if I don't get my will save, I guess I'll continue being a cactus.
Yeah, and get kicked out of the room because you didn't pay for another day.
This is a learning. Sorry, that's 18. 20.
I forget what number I told you had to roll, but I feel like that's good enough for you to come back this time. I feel like you're fine. You come back. You're not a cactus, but you were for a whole day. You snap back into Finn shape.
Get dressed, check out. I guess proceed to Jim Darling's house, because this is the day of the festival.
Oh, the big concert?
concert.
Yeah. Are you dressed as a rogue or as the monk?
I want to get dressed in the hotel room to make sure I look fine again.
Because they have a mirror there.
It's a wonderful night.
You're still not buying this costume. You look at yourself, you feel like you look even sillier than you did the day before. Or 5 days ago. Your hair started to grow back. There's like fuzz, like shiny gold peach fuzz. It took too long. Your hair grows too fast. Damn halfling hair. Hair on your toes and the hair on your head just grows too fast. You can spend 10 more gold to get your hair cut. You can even probably diplomacy it down because you got your hair cut recently if you want.
Huh?
You can even try to diplomacy it down because you got a haircut so recently if you want. Like, hey, it's me again. Remember me from the other day? No? Yeah. Okay, full price. 10 gold. Then you got a fresh shave and you can roll another disguise check.
Finally.
Sounds
19?
Like you finally got it. You think you put it all together. This is a pretty convincing costume. Arm bit's still a little weird, but otherwise you feel like you could totally pull this off. Everyone's going to be busy at this concert and distracted. You're waiting till nighttime. That's when the crowd kind of gets big and the concert starts to, the opening act starts. So you wait till evening, till dusk. You go into the South Gate.
Which is for employees, right?
Yep. You go to the South Gate in your monk's garb. Present your ID. Well, I just rolled a 19 versus your disguise, and your disguise was 19. So they are going to be suspicious. So I just need a bluff check.
14. I think I should re-roll.
Well, I rolled sense motive, and I rolled an 11. So no, you're okay. I shouldn't tell you. I should make you waste your thing, but I'm a nice DM and don't make you waste your special powers on stupid shit.
I just was a cactus for 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
Ground.
You're on the road now leading out of the Darling Metropolis that leads to the mansion. It's lined with trees that goes like straight to the western entrance of the mansion. Well, the one you kind of snuck over the other day. Or the lead south goes to Jim Darling's mansion, which has a wall around it also. Once you get to that gate, which you'll be able to make it down that road with ease, it's a pretty wide road. Do a bluff when you get to that gate to whoever's working it, if you want to sneak past whatever lowly guards are working at the outside gate.
Yep, let's do it.
They're usually dumb. And rolled a 5, so even with my plus 5 is only a 10.
After 1.
Lower than a 10?
Oh.
Alright, you're using your inspired thing for this one?
19.
Alright, yeah, that's a good enough bluff. They believe you. I mean, the gargoyles are still up there, but they're not, unless you're doing something harmful to Jim Darling or his property, they don't seem to be affected. You can even follow the road straight up to the house this time. The gargoyles will watch you as you walk by, but...
Nobody's talked to me about my duties or anything, so I have to be running to this place.
Yeah, pretty much. Once you've walked into the grounds, which you are now, you're now just on the road in between the wall and the mansion.
Get into the mansion.
Alright, you reach the front door of the mansion, where there's a, Jim Darling's house, Jim Darling's mansion above the door, and then a sign on the door that says away.
There are people working there, so I'm pretty much just gonna walk in.
Alright, roll me a reflex save.
Oh yeah, I forgot my reflex is so high. It's a 12.
Alright, so you're still going to take full damage. You're going to take 10 force damage as some magic that was placed on this door pushes you back down the stairs, down to the road, the gravel road in front of the house. Throws you back like 15 feet.
Are you serious? I went through all of this and it's fucking locked?
You're a rogue. The front door's locked and you're surprised. You're just going to walk up to someone's house and open the door.
Yeah, no! I'm not a rogue.
I know, exactly. You did not expect the front door to... That was a surprise to you. This is a new universe. People lock their front doors? That's a surprise to me. Why would they do that? When you hear some noise inside, but it's definitely much quieter than was the last time you were here.
Can I knock on the door without getting propelled backwards?
You can try.
No, I don't think so, because then I'd die.
It's not worth it.
You realize I have 6 hit points left, right?
I'm sorry, that's what I rolled. I realize it now.
Can I do some kind of check to see if the magic is on all entrances?
You don't have detect magic. Maybe like a knowledge arcana or spellcraft or...
I have dungeoneering.
Roll that and I'll tell you what you would know from your dungeoneering experience as Finn that maybe Bahamut could unlock.
19.
Yeah, you'll remember from Finn's experience that same shocking experience you just had. Finn has experienced many times before. Magical locks are often placed on entrances to places where magical items or other expensive objects are kept. So this is not Finn's first experience being shocked by something like this, although it is yours, being forced back that far. You know you would really like some sort of healing potion or rest at this point, but you know that if you want to pull this off tonight, that's not going to happen. You need to get inside. You would know that this door is probably not safe to touch, at least not the handle.
There's probably something weird you have to do.
Below the door handle?
Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, this is Jim Darling's house. You want to roll a knowledge local?
Yeah. 10.
You vaguely remember the word away was used a lot in one of the Jim Darling remixes you heard at the club the other night.
You have to literally blow it away with a cover of a Jim Darling song.
What is that, a bluff?
Yeah, or
Well,
something. Or perform.
If you know the chorus to the song, just sing that and you'd probably get in.
Yep, it's also true. Convince me.
Walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. As you walk away,
I'm gonna allow it. It's because you were willing. Your singing causes the door to unlock.
How did that happen? Did two voices?
Because I'm too late.
Yeah, exactly. That was Finn's voice with Bahamut's voice.
Some great harmony.
They both knew the Jim Darling song. It's a hit around the world. Alright, so yeah, you've walked in, you're in a very large vestibule, 4 large statues on either side of the door, a smaller rug with an eyeball, with sort of lightning bolts coming out of it, motif on it, 2 large chests with small black statues on them, 1 swinging door forward, 2 doors on either side going into other rooms. There's a staircase is in another room to the room to the right you would recognize as the room that has a staircase on it. There's a room to the left and a room straight ahead. The room forward has double swinging doors and the rooms to the left and right just have 1 door each.
Can I do a listen check real quick?
Yeah, just roll perception to listen for stuff.
Unless I get 2 listening checks, 20, and natural 20.
Yeah, you hear some hissing, which directs your attention to a snake, a live snake, under one of the chests in this vestibule. You also hear, coming from the room on your left, sounds like someone's playing a piano or some sort of keyed instrument, harpsichord or something in the next room. And the hissing, you hear like lots of low hissing.
Detect or something like that.
You don't detect any traps in this room. As with a lot of rich mansions in Finn's experience, there is a possibility of traps protecting valuables. Any manner of traps could exist here. But so far you're just in what seems like the living quarters of the house. Less traps in this area because you wouldn't want your guests to walk into traps. So as long as you stay away from any sort of valuable items, you should be fine.
I'm fine to just cross the room and go up the stairs.
Yeah, you want to go to the right and go up the staircase?
I feel like it's upstairs.
Alright, you go right into the room where you were in the other day with the backpack, where you stole the clock and the snake statue. Yeah, you want to peek in the door really fast? You can roll a perception check. You can roll a new one to peek in this other room.
13.
You don't see any people in the room when you're peeking in. You can't see very far because the door kind of opens to the right, so you can't see the staircase, but to the left side of the room where you can see in, you don't see any people. You still see those same candelabras over there. You can see the spot on the wall where you took the clock. The room seems empty.
But I'm still dressed as the monk, right?
Yeah, as far as I know. You haven't switched clothes.
Go for it.
Alright, you walk into the next room. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh.
Okay, I rolled a 17 perception. So you walk into the room, no one's there, but someone upstairs hears you, and so now you hear someone coming down the stairs. Whoever comes down the stairs says, "Dwayne, is that you?"
Wait, did I have a second to act like I was dusting for the acting casual?
Yeah, you can roll me a bluff check to pretend. You can roll me a bluff check to pretend dust if you want.
Start whistling.
Or maybe I should just answer the question. Yeah, man.
Yo, what's up?
Either way, it's a bluff check.
20. Unnatural 20.
Yeah, okay. He totally believes it's Dwayne. Oh, sorry, man. You got it was dark down here. I thought you were off tonight.
I heard you
Nah.
singing. Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be working at the concert.
They asked me to pick up an extra, I need...
Oh, I hear that, man. You and me, we're working for a living.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be up here, man. If you need anything,
I'm sleeping up here, right?
I'll be up here, hanging out near the baths if you need anything.
Weird, thanks, dude. I'm just walking around, killing time.
All right, you got away with it. He goes back upstairs. You're alone in this room again.
So let's proceed upstairs.
All right, you follow him upstairs. He turns around and points at you. Says, "Oh man," he says, "You looking for a bath too, huh? Come on, man. You know everybody's gone. Let's go have a bath. You and me, just like old times."
I got special plans for
Oh, come on. You know you want to.
my lady friend later, and like one bath a year, it's pretty special. So.
All right, bluff check again.
I want to be really honest with you, dude. My hemorrhoids are acting up real bad right now, and I don't think you want that in your bath.
All right, bluff me. Bluff me.
I just it's gonna get really activated and gross. I just don't want to expose that to you. You're my best friend, man.
All right, roll it. You guys are old friends, so see if this is a good bluff.
15.
All right, I'm gonna see if I believe that or not. I rolled a 5. Even with my +6, that's not a. So yeah, he's like, "Oh, all right, man. Yeah, I get you. I'll just go take a bath by myself, I guess." He sighs and starts disrobing and walks into the bath that's down the hall.
Oh.
Leaves his
Disrobing
clothes.
as
Leaves
he
his
walks?
clothes in a pile on the floor. Don't make any excuses. Tune in next time for more Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.